Hey guys, EC Network here, coming at you with another video. So we're at the end of another year, this time 2022. And as we do on this channel every year, I wanted to take a look at Cartoon Network's year in review. The good, the bad, and everything in between. What shows premiered, what shows got canceled, and what is the overall state of Cartoon Network after this year. So first and foremost, let's discuss the shows that premiered in 2022. And this one's going to be pretty short and quick. It's We Baby Bears. It premiered on January 1st of this year, and we got nothing else for the entirety of the year. This was honestly a bit surprising to me, and I've discussed this at various points throughout the year, but look, we started off on January 1st with a new show premiering. Granted, We Baby Bears was supposed to originally premiere in August of 2021, but it got delayed to January 1st of 2022, and at the start of the year, I was like, okay, we're starting off strong. We're starting off with a brand new series that I'm sure is going to have a lot of fanfare, given that it's a spin-off of a formerly successful Cartoon Network series in We Bare Bears. And I figured, okay, well, we got one new series on January 1st. Probably by the end of this year, we'll see at least 3 to 4 series premiere for Cartoon Network. And we look at it now, given that, we're at the tail end of 2022, and it was the only series that ever premiered. And so, yeah, from a new series perspective, this was an extremely disappointing year for Cartoon Network. And look, over the past few years, there haven't exactly been a ton of new series that have premiered, but this year had the potential and had the promise to change that, and it didn't, which is really disappointing. As for the series that concluded Front, this is a bit of a complicated situation. So first and foremost, the one Cartoon Network original that did air its final episode this year was Victor and Valentino. On top of that, we had an acquired series in Total Drama Rama conclude over the summer as well, and where this situation ends up becoming a little bit murky is when you look at shows like Elliot from Earth, like Mama or Here's a Pure Heart. Those shows didn't air their final episodes this year, and they haven't been on the Cartoon Network, in my knowledge, at all this year. But technically speaking, these series were canceled this year because of the whole Warner Brothers Discovery merger. I mean, for all we know, these series technically could have ended last year and been canceled last year, but we found out about it this year, set in stone, that yes, these series are not coming back on Cartoon Network. They have been canceled. But the only two series that actually aired their final episodes this year on the channel were, like I said, Victor and Valentino, and then the acquired series Total Drama Rama. Now, also in the year 2022 was Cartoon Network's 30th anniversary, which I would say they didn't handle it horribly per se, but it could have been done better. We did see the inclusion of some older series on Cartoon Network again, which was great to see some old classics back on the channel. We saw the complete series box sets released for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and Ed and Eddie. I've said this multiple times throughout the year, but it was a little bit strange and surprising to me that they just did 2 complete series box sets and not more for some other series. Maybe we'll get some in 2023, fingers crossed on that. But overall, the anniversary wasn't the most exciting. It was good, it wasn't terrible, but it could have been a lot better. At least they made more of an effort than they did for the 25th anniversary. And last but not least, I wanted to discuss the whole state of Cartoon Network in this year 2022, and it wasn't exactly a good year for Cartoon Network in my opinion. We've seen over the past few years that Cartoon Network's kind of been trending downward. Every year it's been getting worse and worse. More shows have been leaving the channel with nothing really coming to take their place. And as I said earlier in the video, this year had a lot of promise for Cartoon Network on the new shows front. We got We Baby Bears on January 1st of this year, but that wasn't the only series that was supposed to come out. We had series like Jade Armor that were slated for a 2022 release. We also had Unicorn Warriors Eternal, which was a similar situation to We Baby Bears in that it was a series that was supposed to release in 2021, ended up getting delayed to 2022, but that series never premiered, and we're still sitting here wondering, where is Unicorn Warriors Eternal? And we'll get into that in the 2023 Outlook video once the new year comes around. But overall, Cartoon Network didn't really make any any strides forward this year. They kind of stayed status quo, getting worse in some cases because we saw more series, like I said, and this year now there's less shows premiering new episodes on the channel. We only have 3 shows right now: We Baby Bears, Teen Titans Go, and Craig of the Creek, and we know that Craig of the Creek is going to be coming to an end in the not too distant future. So then it's like, okay, what is the future of Cartoon Network and what does that hold? And like I said, 2022 had a lot of potential when it came to the new shows that could premiere on the channel, but instead that didn't happen. We only got We Baby Bears, and you could argue that part of that was because of the Warner Discovery merger. I would say, yeah, that's probably part of it. You know, Tom Asheen, I forgot to mention this before, but Tom Asheen also got fired this year. He got fired as president of Cartoon Network, being the shortest tenured president in the history of Cartoon Network, and Michael Oline has since taken over. And while based on some recent comments, the network seems to have a lot of promise going forward, nothing's really happening yet. There's nothing really being set in motion that we can see as, you know, the fans of Cartoon Network, as the community who is watching the channel. There may be things happening behind the scenes, but nothing for us to really grasp and, you know, watch on TV, which is disappointing, like I said before. So overall, the year 2022 wasn't exactly great for Cartoon Network. I would say it was a lot more disappointing than I expected it to be going into this year, given that, you know, we started off day 1 of 2022 with a brand new series, and we ended with the last day of 2022 being that same series is the only show to premiere in the entire year. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of the year 2022 for Cartoon Network. Were you disappointed as well in everything that we got this year, or the lack thereof? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.